And ultimately, council said for that councillor, we need to see if there was a pattern of behavior here.
It's not rare to hear debates about money coming from these chambers, but for about a month now, Calgary City Council has been grappling with how to deal with their councillors' expenses. They say it's been raising some red flags and showing some gaps in the system.
The situation with Councillor Maglioka has highlighted 2 or 3 really critical things about our process.
According to Post Media and a Freedom of Information request, it was revealed that Councillor Joe Maglioka racked up a $6,400 tab while in Quebec City. Usually, the city's integrity commissioner would look into this, but the councillor also expensed a meal the two shared, raising a conflict of interest.
He was right to recuse himself. Judges recuse themselves all the time. It just goes to the next judge. But we only have the one integrity commissioner, so we have to figure out what the process is.
Council is now asking a specialist to review the matter.
And what we need to do is have a ruling on whether or not those actions violated our code of conduct.
The mayor hoping to restore public trust.
Changing some of our policies to require better disclosure and taking a look at overall policies to see if there's anything else that we can fix.
Maglioka's expenses won't be the only ones looked at. All of council's expenses will be reviewed to see if there are any systemic issues.
It probably is worth it to take a quick look-see, not to that level of detail, and just see if there's any red flags.
Nenshi, however, says unless flags are raised, there's no need to go through all the councillors' expenses with a fine-tooth comb.
It would be very expensive to go in and call every single person on every single receipt and make sure that they were at every single meal. I trust my colleagues.
In recent weeks, many have been calling for Maglioka to step down. When asked his feelings on that matter, the mayor had this to say.
I have to reserve judgment on that because I have to preserve the integrity of the process of the investigation. You can imagine that I have lots of opinions on that matter, given everything I've ever stood for about openness and transparency and being careful with taxpayers' money.
When asked, the mayor said he didn't know how long the investigation would take, whether it be weeks or months. That all depends on what comes out of the investigation. But he does say that it's a step towards transparency. In Calgary, Allie Miller, City News.